A few years ago, I was a teacher isolated in my classroom with wild and crazy ideas that my students fully supported, like using Minecraft to learn French, but that I was afraid to share with my colleagues. Using a game in the classroom? I was first in contact with moonshot thinking during the Google Teacher Academy, where I had to design a solution to a problem in my context. This made me realize that as an educator, we need to take risk in education. In 2015, Esther Wojcicki wrote this very inspiring book that is all about the what ifs or the what coulds, the endless possibilities that we educators are driven by to make learning meaningful here and now. Although moonshot appears scary to begin with, change will only happen with divergent thinking, getting out of our comfort zone and challenging insecurities. This means we need to be ready to expose ourselves and fail forward. Moonshot thinking also encompasses the idea of transformation. To transform the community, we also need to transform ourselves in the process. Never settle for good and always strive for greatness. In the initial stages, moonshot thinking feels like chaos. For example, a bunch of students trying to use Minecraft for the first time. Believe me, this is messy, but pretty quickly engagement takes over and the dust settles. So moonshot is also allowing ourselves to ask killer questions that challenge traditional assumptions and force individuals to consider new alternatives. For example, does the library really need to be silent? Obstacles are often optical illusions. This involves positive thinking, being a yes person, or better, a yes and person. Change makers keep looking at the big pictures, the dream, and they work through those barriers, those yes buts. Like Sheryl Sandberg says, what would you do if you weren't afraid? Think about that superpower. What is that one thing that you would do with it? At the same time, we need to be prepared for our adventure, ready to listen to feedback and criticism to change our trajectory or take longer than expected. From my experience, there are 3 barriers to our learning, to our success. 1, the lack of confidence. Don't think that people around you are on a mission to say no to everything you suggest. Start by believing in your own ideas and trust yourself and others more. 2, the fear of failing. Do you remember when you first learned to ride a bicycle? Learning is a trial and error process. When you fall, get back on that bike and keep riding. 3, the lack of stamina. Because someone you shared your idea with didn't buy in doesn't mean it was a bad idea. Keep trying, you will find followers, and in the process, your idea will evolve and get better. When I joined my current school as an EdTech coach, my moonshot was to empower the community to be critical and creative users of technology. Empowerment is a creative process, not a consumer one. It is not something done to you, but something that comes out of you. To achieve my moonshot, I knew that people were going to scrutinize me to see whether I was practicing what I preached. So it's not an imitation game. When you model something, you model a process that people can appropriate to meet their own needs and passions. I also needed to facilitate and create an environment that would foster creativity and community empowerment. For example, we introduced family maker mornings, where parents come to make with the students. This initiative encouraged the community to embark on the moonshot journey together through creativity and innovation. I would like you to take a minute to think about what this means in your context. But given the Ignite coordinators are misers, you only get a few seconds. So I would like you to really think about what could be your moonshot. What is that wild and crazy idea you have and you could implement in your school? So let's recap. You have now come up with a radical solution to solve a problem. You will need 3 weapons in your armory: confidence, perseverance, and resilience. And you must commit to facilitate and model those with your mindset and your actions. So go ahead, throw yourself into the unexpected. You are who you decide to be. to infinity and beyond. This is the goal we are going for. Thank you.